And this is August 16th, 2000. I'm at the microgold. What was an open pit operation has now been pretty well reclaimed. The access road comes in here from Forest Service Road 643. The junction is 643 and 349 or something like that. In any case, it's just up here about 1/8 of a mile at the most, just right on the ridge line that goes along there. There is a sign here on this tree that says no prospecting, registered claim. I don't know if that's still valid or not. There's no signs here that say micro gold anymore. This area used to be fenced with a cyclone type fence, wire fence. It's now been reseeded and reclaimed. There is the remains of a wooden fence over here. I'm not sure what this was up on top here. The main pit is down below me here to the east. And I'll just go on over and we'll take a look down over. Okay, you can see this fence kind of continues on down over the hill, kind of down there into that open area that's now kind of a campsite. Continues around what is actually the east end of the pond or the open pit, and I'll get over there and we'll take a look at that a little closer in a minute. And then it sort of gets lost in the trees over there and in the tree rubble, and then it does continue around on the slope below me here. There is a little bit of a pond or a wetland right down in the bottom here. A lot of bulldozer piles, but all those are just kind of granite, grussy piles that have been dozed out of there. I thought there might be some workings down there, but there aren't. So I'll go over here and we'll look over the edge down to the pond. Well, I'm standing up above the head wall looking down at the open pit, the pond that's filling the open pit. You can see part of the head wall over here. It's been excavated. The dam down around the edge there. And there's the fence, continues on around, and then over here continues on around this slope. It's an old log fence. I don't know if it was constructed for this site or if it predates the activity here. And you can also see they've got some logs stacked perpendicular to the slope here and staked in, and I'm sure these were for erosion control. I don't know if any of these little saplings were planted or not. Most are lodge poles, although there are a few spruce in there, so may have been partly planted and the rest may have reseeded itself. I'll go ahead and go down. We'll get a better shot at the head wall from down below. One thing I'll note on the way down here, see there are some of these old monitoring wells. Some have been removed up on top. This one happens to have had the top taken off. You can see there's a 2-inch PVC inside this. Looks like about a 6-inch PVC that's cemented into the ground. Another one is over along the access road right there. And then I believe I saw another one down here on the flats somewhere. I can't remember exactly where. So I'll go on down here now and we'll look at the head wall of this pit. Okay, you can see there is this registered claim sign here. This is kind of at the lower end of the pond. The dam goes off here. Fence follows the edge of the dam, continues around. And then there's the head wall that I was standing up above before. And then the reseeded slope is clear up on top of the ridge there. These are those little piles of dozed material, really don't amount to much. This area's got just numerous placer workings. I see another little pond down here that's been excavated. We've got a few little sandpipers still living around here. And there's some grasses and weeds growing in the bottom of the pool, so it looks like the water's not in too bad a condition here. There, as I was saying, there's just dozens and dozens of placer workings off along through the trees here, kind of down to where the road ends, but didn't see any other workings here. Supposedly there was one called the Taft Prospect that was in this vicinity, but I haven't been able to find it, and it may have just been mostly placer workings. I think we got another little sandpiper here. This looks like it might be a solitary sandpiper. I think the other one was a spotted sandpiper for those who might be interested in those sorts of things. But that's really about all there is here. Looks like there's a little pit excavated down at the bottom there. Maybe I'll just go over and take a quick gander at that, see how deep it is. But basically there isn't too much remaining here. Most everything's been reclaimed that I can find.